Well, hello and welcome once again to the Waters and Stanton video channel. I thought it'd be useful to talk about antenna radials because we're coming up to the summer now. Not that you believe it, looking out the window it's raining. But anyway, the calendar says we're in summertime, and I think at least we've got the longer days now, and I'm sure the weather will improve. Radials are generally used for vertical antennas, and I thought I'd just do a very short video to summarise the situation on radials so that it'll give you some guidance. Now, why do we need radials? Well, basically most antennas that need radials are vertical antennas, so there are other exceptions, but we'll talk about vertical antennas. Vertical antennas need radials. Why do they need radials? Well, an antenna is basically a two-pole device. You're familiar with the term dipole, and dipole is a two-element antenna, two elements left and right of the feed point. It's not like a Yagi, but it's got two elements. And antennas basically need two elements. Well, if we've got a vertical antenna, you've only got a single element, so you have to make that element up. Now, you can plant a vertical in the ground with an earth stake, attach coax to it, and it will work, but it will work very, very, very inefficiently. Most of your power will be lost in earth losses, and only a fraction of the power will be radiated. So whilst it will work, it's not a good idea. You need the second pole, and the second pole in that situation is the earth, and the earth, generally speaking, is quite lossy. So we replace the earth with a radial system, and you can put those radials on the ground. The first thing to say is, if you're putting radials on the ground, forget about resonant radials. You don't need resonant radials on the ground because they won't be resonant anyway. So if you carefully measure out your radial to a quarter wave, you're really wasting your time. You could make it longer, you could make it shorter, it will still work. The longer the radials, the better. But you know, you can have radials about 1/8 of a wavelength long and they will work. Put 4 radials out 1/8 of a wave long on the lowest frequency and you'll get reasonable results. Double that to 8 and you'll get a significant improvement. 8 radials really, I would say, is the minimum number of radials, but the length is not important. Go for something like 1/8 of a wave on the lowest frequency band. That means to say that on the in old money, on the 20-meter band, you get away with 8-foot radials. Make them longer if you've got room, but if you've only got a small garden, then 1/8 of a wavelength long radial on the lowest band, which let's say the lowest band on your vertical is 20 meters, then 8 foot long. What about if you've got a 40-meter vertical? Well, try and get them a bit longer, like 16 foot. But don't worry if you can't. Radials, any radials are better than no radials. So what is the optimum number of radials? Well, the optimum number of radials is as many as you can get out. But the law of diminishing returns rapidly comes into play. I would say that 8 radials is going to give you a fairly efficient antenna system. If you can double that to 16, then better still. Once you go beyond 16, you've got to put down an awful lot more radials to really notice much difference. And you're starting to talk about 1 dB improvement, and 1 dB is the smallest change that the ear can hear. So I would say 8, aim for 8 as a minimum, 16 is better. Beyond that, then you're starting to have to spend some money on a lot of wire. You will get an improvement, but the law of diminishing returns takes over. Now, the advantage of ground-mounted radials is they're non-resonant, and therefore they will work on all frequencies. And as I said, try for 1/8 of a wavelength on the lowest band. They will work on all frequencies higher than that, and they will work to some extent on frequencies lower than that. But you can have an all-band or multi-band vertical antenna with a radial system below it, and that works pretty well. But unfortunately, and there's always an unfortunate, isn't there, in any conversation, radials on the ground are not the best option if you want the best performance for your vertical antenna. You need to raise those radials off the ground because those radials are losing power. They're capacitively coupled into the earth and they're losing power in the earth, and therefore you've still got some losses. If you can get those radials off the ground, say about 1 meter above the ground, you'll get a significant improvement. And in fact, just 2 radials off the ground, about a metre off the ground, will probably give you something like a 3 dB gain over a system which has got 8 radials on the ground. It's quite an improvement, isn't it? But there's a downside. The downside is that those 2 radials must be resonant, and therefore it means to say that if you've got a multi-band vertical and you put 2 radials out for one band, that'd be great for that band, but the other bands will really suffer. So you'll need to add resonant radials for the other bands. So that's the downside of it. And it's really a question of balancing. What do you want? Do you want an antenna that covers one band and it's vertical and very good with radials off the ground, or perhaps you can add extra radials? 2 radials per band is fine. And those 2 radials should be opposite each other, in other words 180 degrees opposite each other. And that will give you very good performance. You know, going back to the old days, the verticals were always in the air. They were always probably, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 foot up in the air. And we had radials for each band. And they worked very well. And that's really the optimum, a vertical in the air with radials well above the ground. But if you're in a situation where you can't raise it much above the ground, 1 metre above the ground and 2 resonant radials per band will give you good performance. There is another hidden benefit, and that is the fact that if your radials are above the ground, you tend to get a better radiation pattern. You tend to find that your vertical is not affected so much by nearby objects like telegraph poles, buildings, etc., etc. So in summary, radials on the ground, yes, they work pretty well, provided you put enough down. 8, I would say, is the ideal sort of starting point. 16 is going to be better. Don't worry about the length. They can be any length you like. The longer they are, the better they are, but it's not that important. They're not resonant. If you want best performance with your vertical on a particular band, then raise the vertical about a metre off the ground and have elevated radials. Just need 2. 2 radials will do the job. So for example, if you made a monoband vertical for 20 metres, that's what, 16.5 foot high, 2 radials 180 degrees opposite each other, again quarter wave long, and you've got a very efficient DX antenna, but only for one band. The choice is yours. So I hope that's cleared up a bit about radials, and as usual, thank you for your support on this channel, much appreciated. You take care. Don't forget, we've got a website with lots and lots of goodies on there, some great prices. We do some great part exchange deals as well. In the meantime, enjoy your ham radio. You take care. Look forward to seeing you as usual in the next video. Bye for now.